My name is Destiny. I am 19. I go to Xavier University. Skirt. Good morning, y'all. If only y'all knew the fun that I've had trying to film this video. Like, I had everything all nice and in iMovie ready to edit, and then I look and I said, Lord, my angle, y'all was all up in here with it and I didn't even realize it. So this is take 2, but enough of me and my ignorance. Hello, good morning, happy Wednesday, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Destiny Lachelle. I'm a public health major at Xavier University of Louisiana. I like to say that. But yeah, y'all, as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're gonna be talking about the 7 things I like most about Xavier and why I chose to come here to this fantastic institution. I'm gonna try to make this quick, so let's get into being like dear and kin, the video. So the first thing I really do love about the school is that, you know, no matter how big or small your department is, and when I say department, every major here is housed in a specific department, like biology and public health. They're all in the Department of Biological Sciences. Chemistry has a department. Mathematics has a department. Business has a department. Like, everything, every major or every set of majors is housed in a department. So no matter how big or small that department is, meaning no matter how many professors, whether you're a biology major and you know they have 60 professors, or if you're a history major and there's only like 3 professors, no matter how big or small the department is, you will get nurtured. And I mean, I had this thing, you know, coming in as a bio pre-med major, thinking that, you know, oh, if you're not, you know, pre-med or pre-pharm, why would you come to Xavier? You know, like, they're known for sending people to medical school. They're known for their pharmacy school. Like, you don't hear about them producing musicians and, you know, so why come? But, I mean, you know, after growing and getting some wisdom, you know, especially after changing majors, I was allowed to see that, you know, coming from a bigger department, although these departments are small, they pack a lot of punch and they have a lot of resources. Like public health specifically, we only have 5 professors, but how many of y'all can say that one of the 5 professors in your department was the Surgeon General to Barack Obama? Like, that's crazy to me. So I mean, don't count it out, especially, you know, if you don't plan to major in one of the STEM disciplines. You have a place here at Xavier, trust me. The resources, the faculty here, trust me, you will be a-okay. Like, you'll be well taken care of and well prepared for whatever career you decide to embark on. Okay, number 2. Number 2 revolves around the different services that these 2 offices that we have here offer. So we have the Center of Career Services, which offers career services, and you know, they have mock interviews. Like, they'll give you a 15-minute interview, ask you 3 of, you know, the basic interview questions. They have dining etiquette workshops, meeting etiquette, you know, like if you're in a boardroom full of, you know, full of people, how to conduct yourself, things of that nature. What else? They critique your resume, and they also provide you a template to write both your resume and your cover letter, which, you know, they stress the importance of making sure that those are accurate, because there are so many Xavier students specifically that have, you know, been perfect for an internship, been perfect for a job, but didn't get selected because they had errors in their resume or their internships, in their resume or their cover letter. So, you know, they will critique it and make sure that it's down to the T. They will critique your personal statement for you if you're applying to medical school or a summer program or a summer internship or whatever you're applying to that will need that. They will critique that for you as well. Also, they have this partnership type thing with this company. I'm not quite sure what the company is called, what the name is, but the company does offer students, you know, that may not be able to afford business professional attire, because, you know, the struggle is real. Like, honestly, they will not only supply you with an outfit that you can wear to your interview, they will supply you with a week's worth of clothes for your first week at the job. So I really do appreciate that, although I haven't, utilized that at all, but I appreciate that it's there. And then the second office is the Kergo office. It's the Center for Undergraduate Research and Graduate Opportunities. Yeah, Center for Undergraduate Research and Graduate Opportunities. And they do a little bit of the same thing. I'm not quite, sure exactly what. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. But I will leave links to their respective websites. If they should have websites, so y'all can go and check it out and see all the different types of things that they offer here. And then one thing I forgot to mention, I'm not sure if this is career services specifically, or if the Kergo office does it as well, but there's this website called Handshake that career services has put me on. And on this website I have access to literally different types of job listings, internship offers, summer programs, research opportunities, a whole bunch of things. And these companies, these people, these organizations, these corporations, they're looking specifically for Xavier students. And only Xavier students have access to this within the website itself. Like, other people, may be able to go to the Apple website and apply, or I think the newest one that they handed out was, what's the teeth people? Colgate. The Colgate one. They can go and apply, but they're specifically looking for Xavier students, so that'll give you that one up that can have you flossing and saucing. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, so we're gonna go to the next one. Okay. So the third thing I really do like about Xavier is the way they will put you into contact with professional schools early. And what exactly I mean by that is, for people interested in going to medical school specifically, every week, literally like every Wednesday, there will be at least 2 or 3 medical schools here on campus that'll have their tables set up in what you guys have known as the Science Center. For those of y'all that were here for like a lanyap or have been here period, it's in the big NCF, the annex, the big area that's next to the staircase. I'm getting too specific, but they'll have 2 or 3 tables set up, different schools, and they sit there typically they're here from like 12 to 2, not 12 to 2, 10 to 2. And you can stop, you can get their information. They'll tell you about summer programs. They'll honestly tell you how to get into the school. They'll tell you that, they come to Xavier because they really want Xavier grads, because they know that Xavier does a great job in preparing people for medical school, and they want, that reputation. They want those students at their school. So, not only that, they have a lot of graduate fairs. I remember my first semester, I heard that they were going to have a graduate fair, and I wasn't really interested in going because you hear graduate and think graduate school, and I'm like, I'm trying to go to medical school, not graduate school, so I'm not going to go. But I looked at the lineup and I saw that actually like my top 2 medical schools at the time, like representatives from each school were going to be there. And honestly, y'all, so many different types of, they had a whole bunch of different types of graduate schools. Like they had Tulane graduate school, Northwestern, and like Evanston, Illinois, Arkansas. Like literally any graduate school that you could think of, they were there. A whole bunch of different medical schools, like Morehouse School of Medicine. I was so excited to see the people. The people were so excited to see me. They were so hyped by my enthusiasm. They gave me this bear and gave me their contact information. But and just to round it back, it goes to show that Xavier wants you not only to network with these people as early as you can, but to get your feet wet and to get your footsteps in those doors, to ensure that you gain admissions to the schools of your choices. So I really do appreciate that. And also, before I forget, they also host a lot of job fairs in the Superdome. So many different employers, like I said with the handshake thing, so many different employers come, whether they're trying to offer a job or an internship, but they're looking specifically for Xavier grads. Only Xavier grads are at this thing. And so many people walk away with interviews, so many people walk away with the jobs lined up when they're ready to graduate, and they might be a sophomore, but they want you to make sure that you have your stuff, your ducks lined up, basically, and they will provide you with the resources to do so. You just gotta do it. All right, so the fourth thing that I really like about Xavier, and this is pre-med specifically, because I haven't been in any other, departments besides public health. I'm not sure if they do this anywhere else, but they will put you into contact with alumni that are in the various medical specialties. Like, I remember one of our first pre-med meetings, a couple of physicians from the New Orleans area that are Xavier alum came and talked to us about, how not everybody's road to medical school is different, but how, they're grateful that they came to Xavier because Xavier really provided the foundation that they needed. And not only that, but they sent us not them, but the pre-med office. We have an actual pre-med office. They sent us this Word document. It was 28 pages long with a whole bunch of alum from every specialty that you can think of, like dermatology, pediatrics, oncology, internal medicine, neonatology. I saw a couple on there. What else? Different types of surgeons, literally everything that you can think of. There's a Xavier grad for that, and I really appreciate them, doing that, because the alum, they're really nice. They really do want to help you succeed. So make sure you contact them, because I know especially they have no problem with allowing you to come and shadow them, no problem with giving you some type of internship, giving you tips on how to get to this school, or just being a shoulder to cry on and being a mentor. So definitely take advantage of that. And I'm like, that's really crazy to me, because I feel like what other school really does this? And I don't want to sound racist when I say this, but honestly, I feel like you won't get this at any other school, specifically at other PWIs, unless you have connections, because that those people take care of their people. And Xavier will take care of you. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so the fifth thing that I really appreciate about Xavier is that they have a counseling center here. And so the counseling center, I feel like kind of gets a bad rep. And we as African Americans really, well, the older generations at least, kind of have this thing about counseling and how, we don't need counseling. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to shake it off. But depression is real. Anxiety is real. All of these things are real. And Xavier wants to ensure that, we want to make sure you get into medical school, law school, graduate school, wherever you may go. But they also want to make sure that mentally you are processing and handling things correctly. Mentally, making sure that you're not too stressed, making sure that you can just handle it. And so, the counseling office, they offer multiple different types of counseling. There's counseling specifically for depression, anxiety, loss and grief. I think there's eating disorder, body composition, body image, type counseling, personal, financial, spiritual, academic. I think I said academic, I'm not sure, but they really have a board outside of the office telling you, what type of services that they offer. So I do appreciate Xavier for caring about us and our well-being enough to, employ those people. And I thank them for their jobs, because they make life as a student a lot easier. So yeah, that's number 5. Okay, so number 6. The sixth thing that I like about Xavier is that, although we really are lacking high key, the highest of all high keys, lacking socially, you can see that they're doing so much to try to improve it. Just Friday, the African Student Union had this fashion show type / party, type thing that I went to, and it was really fun. I'm not sure if it's every Tuesday, but I know on Tuesdays they will take students to the movies. Now, you can't pick exactly which movie you want to see. They already have the movie picked. They'll rent out the theater, $4 tickets, basically to hold your seat on the van, and you can go and see the movie. There's paintballing, but for the really fun things, you gotta hurry up and make sure you pay your money. and RSVPs because spaces fill up. Or like your RAs, your resident assistants that live in the dorm with you, they will put on 2 different events per month, you know, just to try to get you out your room, try to loosen you up a little bit, because they know that it's hard. They've been where you are. What else? Every Friday there's like live music Friday at 12 o'clock. You know, you can just come relax, watch the different people perform, or just listen to your favorite song and get a little, you know, a jolt of energy to keep you going through the day. And I don't know why I'm still doing this, but yeah. What else? Like they might offer a yoga class, African yoga class, regular yoga class in the fitness center one day. They might be making tie-dye shirts. You might get a chance to dunk your favorite teacher or the teacher that you hate the most in like a dunk pit. They might have a bouncy house outside just because, you know, like they really are working to improve the quality of life here at the school. So that much I do appreciate. So don't count Xavier out. No, there really aren't parties on campus except for like during orientation and during maybe homecoming and Spring Fest, which I forgot to mention. So like orientation, there was so much going on. Homecoming, there's a concert, there's a whole bunch of like welcome back jams, barbecues, cookouts, block parties, like all kind of stuff. Spring Fest, which is coming up, they're gonna have like the dorm stroll off, which I'm excited for. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be strolling. Woo, yeah. But you know, it's just a whole bunch of different type of things, you know, to get you up and moving, and to hopefully influence, you know, more fun activities, because the only place you can go from the bottom is up. That sounds like major shade, but now they're really working to improve the social life here at the school, and I am 100% for it. Okay, right, and number 7, the last thing that I love about this school is the fact that they care about your opinions. So all right, the different heads, like the different presidents of each organization, even like the dean of students here, the president here, the different people in administration, they're always sending out like these different emails that have surveys. And they're like, oh, tell me how you feel about this, tell me what you think about that, tell me how you think we should improve here. Like the people in the cafeteria, Xoxo, that's who we are catered by, I guess you could say. They give out surveys. Oh, how do you feel about the food? What type of restaurants would you like to see us bring? What kind of changes would you like to see us make? And then boom, you see the changes happening. But like, I remember there was one about how safety on campus. We are located in the hood, honestly, and Xavier is an open campus, meaning that anybody can come on and off at any point in time. And a lot of the upperclassmen, you know, had the worry really about walking back and forth, you know, from the library and from different campus buildings, being that, you know, their dorms are like literally half a mile down the street, and there are like a lot of neighborhood houses in between us that are essentially located KD, the university center, whatever, in their dorms. So, you know, they voice concern about that. It's really dark. There are no street lights. What happens? More lights start appearing. They start to put these blue call boxes there where you can call campus police and have them bring you a ride. Say, for instance, like the dean might be going to City Hall to go talk to New Orleans legislators about XYZ. He might say, oh, you know, give me some opinions, because they want to know what college students think. He might send an email saying, you know, I need 50 students to come with me to go talk to New Orleans lawmakers about this. They want to hear what Xavier students have to think. They want to know this. They want to know that. So, I mean, I really do appreciate not only are they taking the time to get our opinions, but that I see, for the most part, you know, our concerns being implemented into action being taken, basically. So yeah, so why did I choose Xavier? It's really not something that I talk about much, but I will start off and say that Xavier was not my first choice. Xavier was not my second choice. Xavier was not my third choice. Xavier wasn't even a choice, period. I didn't want nothing to do with Xavier. I didn't want to hear about Xavier. I got to my senior year. They started sending me emails and little booklets in the mail. I'm like, how do y'all know I exist? How do y'all have my address? How do y'all know my name? Why are y'all sending me stuff? Like, I wouldn't even take it in my house. Like, I would literally just, drop it in the garbage can by the mailbox. Like, that's how over Xavier I was. Not only that, like, I remember my junior year, my high school, for the seniors, like every Tuesday, college admissions recruiters would come to the school, and they would, have like a little session thingy for the seniors, and then they'd also be outside at lunch handing out pamphlets, oh, give me your email, we can send you more information about the school. And I remember this one time, this lady from Xavier was there, and I tried her so. Don't you hate when unknown numbers call you while you're trying to film? But yeah, like I was saying, a lady from Xavier came my junior year, and I tried this lady so hard. I'm like, why should I come to your school instead of going to Spelman or Howard or Hampton, And she's like, well, we're located in New Orleans, so we're closer to home. We have better programs than them. Like, she's literally giving me the listings, and I feel so bad because I literally tried this lady up, and here I am at Xavier. So, as a high schooler, I'm gonna try to make this short. I was only interested, honestly, in 3 schools: LSU, Baylor University, and Spelman College. Spelman being my first choice, and I mean, they just kind of go in that direction. So, Spelman was all I wanted. Spelman was the only thing I had my mindset on. Like, Spelman was it for me. I found out about Spelman really my sophomore year. I mean, before then, I really had no idea that any college besides LSU existed, because I mean, where I'm from, LSU is so praised and everybody loves LSU football, LSU this, LSU that. So I mean, I found out about Spelman. I'm like, oh, it's a school full of girls like me, it's a school full of the smart black girl. I'm like, that would be a great fit for me. So I'm learning new things about Spelman. I'm falling more and more in love every day, looking on YouTube for videos, and I find Breland. Y'all, if y'all don't know Breland, I mean, y'all girls, oh my god, y'all must live under a rock. Breland is everything. She is such a sweetheart. I love her. So started watching her vlogs. She's actually the one that influenced me to vlog, fun fact. But started watching her vlogs, really fell in love with the culture of the school, went visit the school in October of my senior year, and I was like, yes, Spelman, you are it. Like, Spelman, thy name we praise. I'm about to be a Spelmanite. Woo, woo, Spelman hand, okay, yes. So yeah, applied, got my acceptance packet. They gave me a small scholarship, not nearly enough to pay for tuition, but I kept the faith. Things were great. I was offered to join the honors program. I was excited about that because from doing my stalking, I saw that most of the girls in the honors program had some type of scholarship, whether it was half tuition or full tuition. So, I was praying to God, and I honestly feel deep down in my heart I would have gotten a half tuition scholarship. I know that, but I couldn't wait. My mother wouldn't allow me to wait. So, I mean, going in, not necessarily blindly, but it's like May of my senior year. It's past May 1st. I've already submitted my and I mean, May 1st is typically like National Decision Day. It's the last day for you to accept your offer and tell the college that you're going to be going there. So yeah, National Decision Day, I paid them my $300 acceptance deposit lowered. Seeing that money go from my bank account that I done worked so hard for, it really hurt my heart. But I was like, you know what, it's for a good cause. I'm sending them this money that shows them that I'm serious about, coming to their school. Maybe they'll be inclined to give me some more money, because I really can't do much with $5,000 per year, plus the max $5,500 per year that I can take out in loans. Like $10,000, I mean, it's a slight dent, but it's really not that great of a dent in trying to pay for Spelman. It's just not. So, I had to have a talk with my mom, and she basically told me that, Destiny, you've been working hard, not only through high school, but through your entire life. Like, I've seen you slave to make sure you got them good grades. Like, look at you, you graduating top 10 in your class. Like, I refuse to let you accept pennies when you should have a full ride somewhere. So I had to start looking at other options. So I did apply to 5 schools. I got accepted to all 5. Got money from every school except for one, that's LSU. So that put LSU out of the running. I had a scholarship from Baylor. Really interested in Baylor. Loved how, you know, it was a Christian college. Kind of reminded me of the high school that I went to my freshman year. I really enjoyed, you know, being surrounded by godly people, and I wanted that as a college experience. So I was like, you know, maybe I can go to Baylor, but A, I was past the date. B, I wasn't trying to be living in the middle of nowhere, Waco, Texas. So they're out the picture. Spelman, like I said, we're still holding on. We got 2 schools left. So there's my mother's alma mater. They offered me scholarship money, but I didn't know about it. They basically gave me something similar to a full tuition scholarship. And since they're so close to me, they're like 30 minutes from my house. I mean, I could have commuted, but I don't like the idea of driving back and forth every day. I would rather have stayed on campus. So I would have had to take out loans for them. And then the 5th school was actually Xavier. So Destiny, you said you wanted nothing to do with Xavier. How did you end up applying? So I had this former coworker. She came to Xavier her first 2 years, and she would always rave on and on and on and on about how Xavier was so great and how, you know, some of the best years of her life were spent here. And so honestly, just because of her, I had applied back in December. But I honestly kind of forgot that I had applied because, you know, at other schools, you know, you apply and you might get an email saying, oh, hey, make sure you send your ACT score, SAT scores, and your FAFSA to this, or make sure you send in these requirements are still, these components are still required. Like, you don't have everything in, basically. But I never got that from Xavier. Like, I remember maybe in February, they sent me in a letter saying that my thing still wasn't completed, and I was like, okay. And then I just forgot about it up until May. They sent me another letter, and I was thinking that their deadline to accept your acceptance, approve, confirm your enrollment, whatever, was May 1st as well. But as it turns out, I think their date was like May 15th. That was nothing but God. So I hurried up, I express sent them my ACT score, sent them my FAFSA, and literally I think like maybe 2 or 3 days later, I got my acceptance letter and my scholarship from them. And from then I had to make a decision. Am I going to go to my mother's alma mater, or am I going to go to Xavier? Came on a tour to Xavier, and the funniest thing is, like, I worked the night before I went on this tour, came on this tour, and I had a really bad allergic reaction. Like, I was in the hospital till like 4 o'clock that morning, day of. Everything all swole. I had like hives everywhere. Like, it was really bad over some Carmex. Like, and I mean, previously I hadn't been allergic to Carmex. Like, I was just at work, we were closing, my lips were dry, I just finished talking to people, I was at the register and doing my cashier stuff. So, you know, my mouth got dry. I go to put on some lip balm, and then boom, feel like I done got bit on my lip, and then whoop. So yeah, I was in the hospital literally hours before. But I came here, and, you know, I'm listening to the admissions recruiter, and it was just me and this other girl, and I appreciate how he really tailored the tour to the 2 of us. And, you know, he's telling me all the great things that I can do as pre-med, and then all the great things that Xavier will offer me. And as I was walking, like, honestly, all I could hear in my head was that I would be a fool if I didn't come here. So I chose Xavier, and here I am now. I remember one of you guys, I don't remember your names, honey, I'm sorry. She asked me, I think it was Monday. No, it was Saturday. She was like, you know, she was kind of in between she was kind of where I was last year, struggling to kind of figure out if she's going to come to Xavier, or if she's going to go to Spelman. And she asked me, you know, do I feel like I made the right decision? And honestly, I do. Like, as much as it sucked not being able to go to my dream school, I know where I am. I know I am where I'm supposed to be at. And I mean, I honestly feel like in my heart of all hearts, and I mean, this is probably going to sound negative, But had I not come to Xavier, I would not have been so aware of medical schools, doctors, and the things that they do on a day-to-day basis, you know, in each specialty. But I would honestly still be pre-med. And I mean, to an extent, there's nothing wrong with that. But being here placed me into contact with those people, allowed me, you know, to get a full glimpse of what, like I said, they do on a day-to-day basis, and allowed me to see that that wasn't for me. If I did not go to Xavier, I mean, I would have less headaches and less stress and definitely less classes. But I wouldn't be in line to fulfill my purpose as early as God intended for me to do so. Like, honestly, if I was at my mom's alma mater, if I was at Spelman, like, I know deep down in my heart, I would still be pre-med, and I would go on to medical school and realize that this is not for me. So I thank the Lord for saving me money, saving me time, and giving me a great experience, and allowing me to come here and share this all with y'all. So I really do hope y'all enjoyed this video. Honestly, if you are pre-med, looking to go to pharmacy school, definitely come to Xavier. It's not easy, but nothing worth having comes easy. Trust me, you will shed many tears. That was me last semester, crying about chemistry and biology and why they got me taking 9 classes and I can't do this, but I made it through. You know what I mean? I made it through, y'all, and I know that y'all can do the same. So trust me, no matter what your major is, if you want to come to Xavier, come. Everything will be fine. If you're worried about trying to pay for it, trust me, go watch the How to Pay for Xavier video, get into contact with the lady I told y'all to contact, and just watch God work. Like, things are going to be fine. Y'all got this. We all got this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. And guess what? My lips are dry. Can y'all see the ash? No.